What if I told you that 88% of adults over 50 have blood sugar levels that are silently destroying their body, and most don't even know it? And here's the kicker. Even if your doctor says your blood sugar is normal, you could still be on a dangerous path that ages you 10 years faster. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to take control of your blood sugar after 50 without medication. But more importantly, I'm going to reveal the one measurement your doctor probably isn't telling you about that predicts your metabolic health better than any standard blood test. This is Edge Genesis, where we decode the science of living longer and stronger. Let's dive in. Here's what nobody talks about. Blood sugar problems don't start when you get diagnosed with diabetes. They start 10 to 20 years earlier with something called glycemic variability, wild swings in your blood sugar throughout the day. Think of it like this. Your body is like a high-performance car. When you're young, you can put any fuel in the tank and it runs fine. But after 50, those same inputs cause your engine to sputter, knock, and eventually break down. Dr. Peter Attia calls this the slow march to metabolic dysfunction. And here's the scary part. By the time your fasting glucose shows a problem, you've already lost 80% of your pancreatic beta cell function. But I'm about to show you how to catch this process early and reverse it. And it starts with understanding what's really happening in your body after 50. After 50, three major changes happen to your metabolism. First, your muscle mass naturally decreases by 3 to 8% per decade. Why does this matter for blood sugar? Because muscle is your body's glucose sink. Less muscle means less space to store the sugar from your meals. Second, your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, become less efficient. A study from the Journal of Clinical Investigation showed that people over 50 have 40% less mitochondrial capacity than younger adults. Third, and this is the big one, your cells become increasingly resistant to insulin. It's like your cells have put up a no vacancy sign when insulin comes knocking with glucose to store. Now here's where it gets interesting. Traditional medicine waits until your fasting glucose hits 126 to diagnose diabetes. But cutting-edge longevity research shows the real action happens way before that. In fact, I'm going to share a simple test you can do at home that reveals your metabolic health better than any fasting glucose test. But first, let me show you what's actually causing these blood sugar problems after 50. The root cause. Forget everything you've been told about blood sugar being just about eating too much sugar. The real culprits after 50 are far more complex. Culprit number 1. Circadian disruption. Research from the Salk Institute shows that after 50, your body's internal clock shifts. This means the same meal eaten at 8 p.m. spikes your blood sugar 20% higher than if you ate it at noon. Culprit number 2, hormonal changes. For women, the drop in estrogen during menopause directly impacts insulin sensitivity. For men, declining testosterone has the same effect. Studies show that postmenopausal women have 30% higher insulin resistance than premenopausal women. Culprit number 3, chronic low-grade inflammation. After 50, something called inflammaging kicks in. Your immune system stays slightly activated all the time, releasing inflammatory markers that directly interfere with insulin signaling. Culprit number 4, fatty liver. Here's a shocking stat. 40% of people over 50 have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and don't know it. Your liver is supposed to be your blood sugar buffer, but when it's clogged with fat, it can't do its job. But here's the good news. Every single one of these can be reversed without medication, and I'm about to show you exactly how. HE Protocol, Part 1. Let's start with the lowest hanging fruit. When you eat is just as important as what you eat. Dr. Sachin Panda's research at the Salk Institute discovered something revolutionary. Simply restricting your eating to a 10-hour window can improve insulin sensitivity by 28% in just 12 weeks. Here's the protocol. Stop eating 3 hours before bed. This alone can reduce your morning glucose by 10 points. Compress your eating window gradually. Start with 12 hours, then 10, then 8 if you can. Most importantly, keep the window consistent. Same times every day. But here's the advanced strategy nobody talks about. After 50, your first meal of the day sets your metabolic tone for the next 24 hours. I'm going to reveal the exact breakfast formula that can lower your blood sugar response by 40% for the entire day. But first, let me show you what to eat. The protocol, Part 2. The food formula. Forget counting carbs. after 50. It's about the order and combination of foods. The Weizmann Institute studied 1,000 people and found that blood sugar response to the same food varies by up to 600% between individuals. But they found one universal truth: food order matters. The formula: fiber first, vegetables, salads, protein and fat second, carbohydrates last. This simple change can reduce your blood sugar spike by 73%.
But here's the game changer: adding apple cider vinegar before meals. A study from Arizona State University showed that 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar before a high-carb meal reduced blood sugar spikes by 34%. The advanced protocol: 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar and water 15 minutes before meals. Start every meal with 2 cups of non-starchy vegetables. Include 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal, critical after 50 for muscle maintenance. Save any carbs for the end. Now, I promised you that breakfast formula. Here it is: 30 grams protein plus 15 grams fiber plus 20 grams healthy fats within 30 minutes of waking. This combination activates something called the second meal effect, improving your blood sugar for the next 24 hours. The protocol, Part 3, Movement Medicine. Here's something that'll blow your mind. A 15-minute walk after meals is more powerful than metformin for blood sugar control. Research from George Washington University showed that 3 15-minute walks after meals controlled blood sugar better than one 45-minute walk at another time. But after 50, you need a specific type of exercise to really move the needle. The Triple Threat Protocol, Zone 2 Cardio, 150 minutes per week. This is exercise where you can still hold a conversation. It literally teaches your mitochondria to burn fat and glucose more efficiently. Studies show it can improve insulin sensitivity by 58% in 8 weeks. Resistance training, 2 to 3 times per week. Remember that muscle loss I mentioned? Every pound of muscle you build is like adding a glucose storage unit to your body. Focus on compound movements: squats, deadlifts, rows, presses. The secret weapon: exercise snacks. Throughout the day, do 60-second bursts of activity: air squats, desk push-ups, stair climbing. These mini sessions activate glucose transporters in your muscles for hours. But here's what nobody tells you: the timing of exercise relative to meals can double its effectiveness. I'll reveal the exact timing protocol in a moment, but first, let's talk about supplements. The supplement stack. Now, I'm not a fan of pill popping, but there are 5 supplements with rock-solid research for blood sugar management after 50. Berberine, 500 milligrams, 3 times daily with meals. Often called nature's metformin, studies show it's equally effective at lowering blood sugar with added benefits for cholesterol. Alpha-lipoic acid, 600 milligrams daily, improves insulin sensitivity by up to 27% and protects against diabetic neuropathy. Chromium picolinate, 200 to 400 micrograms daily, enhances insulin signaling and reduces carb cravings. Cinnamon extract, 1 to 2 grams daily. Not the stuff from your spice rack. Ceylon cinnamon extract can lower fasting glucose by 10 to 29%. Magnesium glycinate, 400 milligrams before bed. Critical for over 300 enzymatic reactions, including glucose metabolism. Most people over 50 are deficient. But here's the critical part: these only work if you've got the lifestyle factors dialed in. They're amplifiers, not magic pills. The testing protocol. Remember that test I mentioned that's better than fasting glucose? It's called a continuous glucose monitor, CGM, and it's the single best investment you can make in your metabolic health. Here's why. Your fasting glucose might be 95, normal, but your blood sugar could be spiking to 180 after meals and crashing to 60 at night. These swings are aging you rapidly, but a standard blood test would never catch them. With a CGM, you can see in real time which foods spike your blood sugar. Remember that 600% individual variation? How exercise timing affects your glucose. Whether your sleep is impacting your blood sugar. If stress is secretly sabotaging your metabolism. The testing protocol. Wear a CGM for at least 2 weeks. Track your average glucose, gold game, under 100. Track your variability, standard deviation, under 15. Note your post-meal peaks, goal, under 140. But if you can't get a CGM, here's the poor man's version. Test your blood sugar 1 hour after meals with a glucometer. If it's over 140, that meal isn't working for your metabolism. Advanced strategies. Now for the advanced stuff that can take you from good to optimal. Cold exposure. A study from the Journal of Clinical Investigation showed that cold exposure activates brown fat, which can burn glucose without insulin. Just 2 minutes of cold shower at the end of your regular shower can improve insulin sensitivity by 43%. Heat therapy. On the flip side, regular sauna use, 4 times per week, 20 minutes, improved insulin sensitivity by 31% in a Finnish study. The heat shock proteins activated by sauna directly improve glucose uptake. Strategic fasting. Once you've mastered time-restricted eating, consider adding one 24-hour fast per month. This triggers autophagy, cellular cleanup that rejuvenates your metabolic machinery. The glucose disposal stack. Before your highest carb meal of the day, 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon Ceylon cinnamon, 500 milligrams berberine, followed by a 10-minute walk. This combination can reduce your blood sugar spike by up to 80%. The 30-day transformation. Let me break this down into a simple 30-day protocol. Week 1-2 Foundation. Implement 12-hour eating window. Add 15-minute walks after meals. Start the supplement stack. Begin tracking with CGM or glucometer. Week 3-4 Optimization. Narrow eating window to 10 hours. Add resistance training 2 times per week. Implement the food order protocol. Add cold showers. Week 5+ Advanced test. 8-hour eating windows. Add heat therapy if available. Experiment with monthly 24-hour fasts. Dial in your personal trigger foods. Most people see dramatic improvements in just 2 weeks. We're talking 20-30 point drops in fasting glucose, 50% reduction in post-meal spikes, and energy levels they haven't felt in years. Here's what this all comes down to. Your blood sugar after 50 is not your destiny. It's your decision. The medical system waits until you're broken to offer solutions, but you now have the tools to take control before you ever need medication. The research is clear. These lifestyle interventions are more powerful than drugs, with none of the side effects. In fact, many of my viewers have been able to work with their doctors to reduce or eliminate their diabetes medications using these protocols. But here's the most important thing. This isn't just about numbers on a glucometer. Controlling your blood sugar is the master key to maintaining sharp cognitive function, preserving your energy and vitality, preventing cardiovascular disease, slowing the aging process itself. If you're serious about taking control of your blood sugar and your longevity, here's what to do right now. Get a CGM or glucometer and start tracking. Implement the eating window starting tomorrow. Add those 15-minute post-meal walks. Save this video and follow the 30-day protocol. This is Edge Genesis, where we're not just adding years to your life, but life to your years. What's your biggest challenge with blood sugar? Let me know in the comments and I'll address it in a future video. Stay strong, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.